I'm just learning more and more about this world as time goes. And us as a people are cooked. All right. This new day age shit, and we cooked, man. I don't have no belief in society, black people especially. Everybody's so ignorant, lost, selfish. Everybody's narcissistic now. Nobody care about each other. Like, you can literally feel it in the family environments and everything. Like, families that used to be like soul food, they used to come together all the time. Even the ones that only came together for funerals and weddings and stuff don't even do that no more like that. Like, I'm talking about, there is so much division going on. And as an empath, like, I feel this shit. And that's why I had to start another channel. I do have a different channel for all of the people who view this one, and y'all have not seen me before. Yes, I do have Say So TV as well. But I wanted a channel that I could talk about all kinds of stuff for all different audiences, because this world is prejudiced. And I noticed that with me classifying myself as something on that other channel, it diverts all of my viewers that are just of different demographics and may have a bias against just me being that person, and they won't even hear me or watch me. So I wanted to have a channel where it was just for everybody. Plus, the kind of people that I am catering to on that channel does not necessarily like these kind of topics, because they're more of the brainwashed sector of people. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know, when I say brainwashed, I mean they want to avoid reality because it makes them depressed. So they go ahead and they decide to go in hookup culture, do drugs, etc., to just decide not to face it. And I noticed that that's the majority of how those people think over there. So I just wanted a channel where it was like for everybody who just wanted to hear something real that you don't hear all the time, and no sugar coated shit. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and feel like I'm trying to motivate or nothing. On this particular episode, I just want to just give y'all the rawness of what I'm feeling here lately. Yes, personally, I'm doing really well, but outside of what I have control over, it's really shitty, you know. And I feel like most of us who are very like innovative, good people who are progressive and do what we supposed to do, we handle our business. Yeah, we gonna make sure we straight, but we can't control, you know, things that we also need, like family, friendships, the way that the economy is, you know, etc. We can't control those things. We can do all we can for ourselves. And for a person to say, if you want something done right, do it yourself or whatever, well, we've mastered that. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that we can feel the negative energy, the depression, the anxiety, the difference in everything. Like me, like me and Babe was just talking the other day. Like, we had ran out of Swishers and we was like, dang, I don't feel like going to the store. And I'm like, I wish I could just go to the neighbors like that we cool with and just ask if they got a Swisher we can borrow, and we can even smoke with them for a little bit. Like, people don't do nothing like that no more. All right, the card parties don't went out. When people used to get together, do dominoes, cards, drink, kick it, it just was a kickback and it was just good vibes. And people don't do that no more. Like, it just seems like this world is becoming more fraudulent and fake every day. Like, with AI, with social media, with the economy upping its ante on having people work more because they didn't increase the price of living. So now people are thinking about themselves more, because that's what people naturally do in a state of uncertainty. And they know that. Like, the people who control this world, y'all, they are masterminds and they know exactly what they're doing. Okay? It is a mission to keep us down. And if you can't see that by now, you tripping. And you blind and you sleep. And all this political talk, like everybody's talking about here lately about like Trump, like, you know, Trump and what he's about to do and all this, like, y'all, that is all a distraction and propaganda, bro. Ain't none of y'all getting ready to do nothing, no way. These people can do whatever they want to do. These elites, these rich people that's controlling everything, they can do whatever they want to do. You want to know why? Because people are not about to come together. All right, I'm keeping it real. I'm not being negative. Nothing. I'm optimistic and everything too, but I have to be real, y'all, and we have to keep it real with each other, because being optimistic Too much of everything isn't good, all right? And if you're being too optimistic and it's showing you that this is not getting ready to turn out good, that's not smart, okay? Y'all, it doesn't matter if it's Trump, the other person, whoever, Democrats, Republicans, it don't matter. Y'all, this world is going to shit simply because of the fact that people don't care about nobody but theyself. And with that being said, that's the root of all the other stuff, okay? When people don't care about nobody but themselves, it's catastrophe after that, because we as people and human beings, our nature is to depend on each other in some route. We do need each other in this world. If there wasn't the case, there wouldn't be billions of us born here. All right? So all this division, all this classism, racism, separations, and all this other stuff, man, they got everybody's opinion different. Everybody got a different opinion. All black people got a different opinion. You can't get black people on one accord to save our lives. That's why reparations ain't coming. We ain't getting ready to get a lot because of the fact that we just cannot come together. It takes for majorities to rule in here, in this world, y'all. And if we not going to come together, they've mastered that. They've mastered psychology to a point where it's been happening for like over 100 years now. I mean, the great founders then started a lot of this because they knew what it could potentially become if they didn't control it a certain way. We could. I had a little bit of faith in humanity there for a while. I really did. I thought, but it was just because, I'm still young, and then you don't really believe and want to take the world for what it is because it's depressing. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned that, like, that's why a lot of people don't want to know, and they just do drugs and they just isolate themselves into social media and just be a part of the matrix and stuff, because knowing and being aware and awake is not for the fucking weak, bro. I promise you. I now know when people are hella happy and stuff, they are asleep. That's the only way that you are super happy genuinely in this world, is if you don't know shit, nigga. Once you start learning some stuff and you realize some stuff and your eyes open up around here, you will no longer be completely happy. You'll figure out that happiness is an emotion that comes and goes, and you can choose to be happy and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, real happiness is, the exact purpose that you got, you going towards it, and you being fulfilled. And even though you may not be happy every day, it all makes sense at the end of the day. And yeah, we create that mentally, spiritually. That's a personal thing. But in reality, if you are having to brainwash yourself, suppress certain feelings, keep working, be a workaholic and stuff just to distract yourself. Like, because also work is another thing. It's not just the entertainment stuff. It's also keeping you busy every day, not having the opportunity to take one moment to really self-reflect on all the pain and trauma and stuff you've been through for the last years. A lot of people haven't taken a moment to just take a second just to be to themselves for a minute, because they can't, because they have to keep on this hamster wheel. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, as an empath, it is looking real scary for us as humans, for real. And as far as America goes, hey, I'm done talking about politics in America and what we should do and all this other shit. There's no fixing this broken ass system. This shit would have to be destroyed and re-fucking built. I'm done with America. I am going to be focusing on, me and my person is going to be focusing on going to another country. All right? I'm not doing this trying to fix America when it was stemmed and rooted and created out of all this negativity, bro. I'm not. All right? Y'all can sit there and try to keep beating a dead horse if y'all want to, arguing, playing fire with fire if y'all want to. It is not getting ready to work. There's nothing getting ready to get America to really be for the free and for the equal, okay? It may happen. I'm not saying it will never happen, but I think it's not happening in our lifetime. All right? I think there's a lot of stuff to be and I think it's not going to happen because as time goes, they keep coming up with more shit to fuck us off further. As soon as we get a little bit of progression, they going to undo that shit. When we start doing good and start not having to work and we starting to have multiple incomes and we figuring it out, they make the rent higher. All they do is keep moving the fucking goalposts. When are y'all going to get to the understanding that there is no beating a system who was rigged against you. And if these people created the rules, they can change them. You cannot go and vote for rules and stuff to be changed of people who can just change everything at any moment. There's so many gray areas and loopholes. Y'all are wasting y'all's time talking about politics now in America, okay? If y'all can't tell that it is propaganda in a way just to get you to keep talking and distract yourself, I don't know what else can make you believe that. Because it's just dead in your face. That's another thing I want to say about people. People are lost, misled, confused, brainwashed, so in the matrix. All you hear all day online and in person is people complaining about this and that, about Trump and this and that. And ain't none of y'all getting ready to do nothing, though. Ain't none of y'all getting ready to do shit. All y'all want to do is sit up and talk. And I know that that could be like the first step in y'all's eyes and everything, but bro, the reason why this is happening and why it has happened and why it's going to continue to happen is because people are powerless. They ain't got no power when it comes to this shit. You want to know why? Because there is nothing powerful about individuals, nigga, and a small group of people who believe something that it doesn't matter how true it is. If it's a small group of people, it won't matter. Majority rules here. Okay? All they knew that they had to do was just confuse the majority and have us going against each other. And all of a sudden, we were gonna do the work for them. They don't have to really do all the extra stuff that, you know, we're so fearful of if we was to come together, because, well, they would do that if we came together, but we not gonna come together. They don't have to worry. We're not a threat. Majority is not coming together, y'all, and they have literally shown y'all, data has came out that the very few run this motherfucker now. Okay? It is officially monopoly. Y'all know when we was playing Monopoly as kids, and somebody would literally like just eventually you get to playing Monopoly long enough and somebody owns that whole fucking board. It don't matter where you land, you are paying the same person eventually. Because big bank take little bank. In capitalism, there is no fucking righteousness and no values and morality that can be upheld in this system. It's just not happening. This system is designed to keep people selfish and worried about themselves, not to be together and care about each other. It's getting worse and worse and worse because of that. It is a monopoly. Capitalism ain't nothing but monopoly. They done got it. Now we're at the late end stages of it. See, in the 80s, 90s, 70s, it was just the beginning. So it just seemed as if, you know, everybody has some equal stake around here. Nah, they've been getting this shit going for a long time. And now it's finally hitting its head to where it is actually just, they got the majority of the money now. The very small elite group of people have the majority of money in the world now. While the majority, and I'm not talking about a small majority like 54%. Nigga, we talking about up in the 90s, nigga. There's a 10% people who run this bitch. And yes, we can go to another country, and that may not even alleviate everything, because I feel like as time goes on, they gonna make their way around everywhere in this globe, bro. It's literally the only option is for us to come together. That's it. It won't be no one specific politician. It won't be no one specific party, this country, that country, none of that shit. This is not a world that is made to be changed by just one person or something, y'all. It takes for certain shit for the collective to do it. Okay? And we are too divided. There is not going to be no change. It's going to continue to get worse. I don't believe in people no more. Okay? If you really just take a second, talk to some people and stuff, and you will realize how lost and confused and depressed people are and how low their self-esteem is. It's sad to see people in this state, to see people not care about each other. Every time you go outside, people is stressed out, tripping, in traffic and shit because they miserable. That shit affects everybody. We think we can just keep our own energy. Nigga, energy transfers. We are cooked. I'm telling you, we cooked. As an empathetic person, I can feel the lack of love. I can feel the lack of compassion. And I can feel the lack of connection. People who used to be so vibrant and connecting and socialites are now introverted. Like, nigga, it's getting fucked up. I just had to make this video to vent what I have been seeing, what has been going on, what reality we live in now. Like, it done changed so much from 2015, like 10 years. Yeah, like a good 10 years did a good number. They really did. Because since 2020, it's been going down, boy. I'm trying to tell you, y'all, family don't give a fuck about each other, nigga. You got to get out here and create your own family, find your own loves, your own tribe. Because the one that you was born in, 9 times out of 10, I'm not speaking for everybody, because some people do come from a good, solid family. But if you one of the people who do not, or if you come from a family that may be active, but they still toxic or narcissistic, man, you better off on your own now. I'm trying to tell you, because the way people are moving, it's all about self. And with everybody being about they self, that means that all they're doing, it's the same mindset. Like, and then some people are not even doing it in a negative way. Like, have y'all seen the quotes where people be like, I'm now only matching the energy that I'm giving. So if you don't, I'm only fucking with who fuck with me. I'm only, upping who up me. So think about it. That may not sound like a bad thing, because it's like, it sounds like this person is like defending themselves and protecting themselves against toxicity and negative people. But really, this is how you know psychology is a muff.
On some real shit, the phone work both ways. You call my phone, I call your phone. You don't call my phone, I don't call your phone. You put effort in, I'll put effort in. You don't put effort in, I don't put effort in. It could be like that if you wanted to be like that.
When you think like that, even though you were the one that was the victim at first, guess what you just did by doing that? You just cloned yourself into that person, because now when you go around other people, they got to do something for you to do it. So now your good nature won't come, and then you won't give, and then you'll be wondering why nobody giving you shit, because everybody's adapting the same mindset. And I'm not talking about tangible stuff. I'm talking about energy, love, affection, and shit. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, if everybody decides I'm not going to do nothing unless somebody do it first, oh, we cooked. We cooked. We cooked. That is a social mechanism to get people to continue to just go down the rabbit hole without them having to do anything. They don't have to do nothing if they just make us all selfish, care about and worry about our well-being and stress about our livelihood, because that's human nature. And it don't take a rocket science to know. You get people to worry about their livelihood, and all of a sudden you can control them. And it's just what it is. That's why they keep making it hard. They can't control people who level up. If the majority levels up and actually is happy and knows they self and is self-aware and shit, you can't control them. That's the reason why they keep making everybody fucked off. The further we go. You can't control happy, self-aware, confident people who know their worth. You can't. So all this time I'm up here thinking like, what's wrong with people and da-da-da-da. And like now I have to really have some empathy and give people a break that we really all been up under the same brainwash. Some of us are smarter and gifted to, overcome it, and others are not. And I'm not going to keep judging the people who are not, but I am going to keep it real. It is annoying to be one of the people who sees what's going on, and then be around majority of people who don't care and don't see it and don't even want to see it. All they care about is not feeling nothing so that they don't have to deal with nothing. That's pussy, and I don't respect it, and that's why we're all going to fail for it in a certain way. Now, we all, the gifted ones, we going to figure it out, because that's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? However, it could have been better than this. You can't shake the fact that it could have been better than this. It doesn't matter how good it gets for you. You're going to know, being this wise and having this much knowledge, you're going to know that even if it's great, you're going to still know that there was some shit that you missed out on. It just is. That's what this world is. This world is not what we were raised for it to be. Us 90s babies, or, I feel like when we was coming up, they thought that the world was getting ready to open up into this whole great thing, because, all up until then, all the generations before, they leveled up. We're the first generation of millennials to not get a better economy and income and livelihood as our parents. The first one.
There's not one state in America, not one, where minimum wage, which is $7.25 an hour, is enough working 40 hours a week to afford a 1-bedroom apartment. Experts say you need to make at least $23.67 an hour. That's to afford a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm 37, I'm 80s baby. When I was coming up, when I was in my 20s, you can move to the suburbs in a 2-bedroom apartment, nice, for like $750. Nice, with the balcony and everything. Now, you gotta be making at least, them same apartments now cost at least $1,700 or more. So what do that mean for our kids? I hear a lot of arguments going on, people saying, oh, they got it easier today. Do they really got it easier today? Cause it seems like to me, they got it harder. Everything high. How do they got it easier? Because the internet? Everybody ain't able to jump on the internet and on YouTube and make the millions and millions of dollars that a couple people making. And stop looking at YouTube thinking, because y'all see maybe 5, 10, 20 people making all this money on YouTube, that it's just that accessible and that easy for all these other kids. It's not. 8 billion people in the world. Y'all look at 100 people on YouTube that's making money and think, oh, they got it easy. No, it's not. It's not that easy. I got 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm still ain't making nothing. So, it's not easy. All the easy talk, throw it out the window. This is crazy. They need to raise minimum wage to at least $23.67 an hour so that these kids can afford them an apartment or something, man. What do y'all expect these kids to do? I'm just curious. What do they expect these kids to do? They can't even afford a 1-bedroom. Working 40 hours a week. Working full time. They can't even go out and get their own place working full time. That kills the morale. Who wants to go out here and work 40 hours a week when after they get done working, they still not able to afford a place, still not able to afford a car, still not able to do nothing? Then y'all wondering why? I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Should they raise minimum wage to $23.67 an hour for everybody, or should that just be like certain jobs? I think they might be going to give to everybody. You work at McDonald's, you get $23. You work at White Castle, Taco Bell, $23. You in the plant, make it $30. If you in some type of warehouse, make it $25. Come on, man. There's a lot of money floating around here. Y'all sending billions out to Ukraine. Y'all aiding this and aiding that. Go ahead and put the money back where it belongs. And to the U.S. citizens, and to these kids that's coming up. They next, man. Let's not break them. We need them. They the future. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
That's how you know it's getting worse, and honestly, it's on purpose. This is intentional. This isn't some personal thing. Now some people personally are fucked up. Don't get it twisted, but you can try your best now. Is what I'm trying to say. You can actually cross all your T's now. Do what you're supposed to be doing, like do what they told you to do, and you gonna fail because of the fact you did what they told you to do. That's what I mean by you got to be innovative. You got to know what to expect, and you got to know what is actually coming and what's best for you, and move like that, and not move based on other people. You can't be no follower or nothing. See, that's how they get you, by following people. You got to be an individual with your own mind and know that you have your own personal circumstances that will help you get where you want to get. And you got to know what your advantages is and your disadvantages. That's the only way you're going to really make it to the end of this life, and then just go ahead and be happy with going. Because honestly, everything else is so uncertain. You can't really control nothing. You can't really, you can make plans, and they say God laughs at them, but now it don't even feel like God laughing. It just feel like, nigga, these people on this earth are laughing. It's not, nigga, you not about to tell me God is down here doing none of this. All this that's happening, nah. We are doing this, okay? People are doing this, and we are getting ready to really destroy ourselves. I don't know what's getting ready to happen. I really do hope the best. I will always keep hope. I'm not saying nobody shouldn't have hope, but I had to say what really is going on and just keep it real, 100 and funky, filtered. I cannot sugarcoat this, y'all, like everybody else is. I have to keep it real. All right, this is some bullshit. We was raised to think that this was going to be totally different, and it's not. I am so glad that I did not go out here and get me a wife and kids immediately at 24, 25 years old, like I was told I was supposed to. I'm so glad, because this world is not the world I was raised in. If I can't give my kid at least what I was given, like a village, you know what I'm saying? Like 2-parent household, village, grandma, grandpa, you know, family just abundant, like, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want for nothing. And to see it go from that to this is so heartbreaking. And I don't think that people take a moment to actually digest that we are a generation of people who get to see a big transition. Like Gen Z and these young niggas, they really missed out on some good shit, and I feel sorry for them because they don't know the difference between real and fake, because this world fake now. All right. So now it makes sense as to why so many people are on drugs. So many, whether it's pharmaceutical or street drugs. Now it makes sense because people just want to numb themselves. They don't want to see, feel, or believe none of this because it will hurt them and they can't handle it. And that's another reason why nothing's getting ready to change, y'all. We could. The only way things can change is if people are mad, get upset, get irritated, understand that they're not happy, uncomfortable, make an issue about it, stand up and do something about it. That's the only way shit changes. Everybody in the majority trying to just act like it's not there or to ignore it is the reason why it continues to happen. That's what they want you to do. Here, just watch baddies. Here, just get on social media. Here, you don't need to worry about politics and about your well-being. Here, just get high real quick. Like, this is what they're doing, y'all. Just do this TikTok dance. Like, you ain't got to, like, you doing too much. Like, your brain cells, you frying your brain cells. Just dumb yourself down and just do a TikTok dance and shit. Like, that's what's going on here. And then, you know, because of the fact that these things give people dopamine, these people don't have the realization to understand that I'm getting dopamine because I'm depressed and shit, but it's not going to make nothing better, so it's just a drug. It's just a drug, just like sex, drugs and stuff. Like, it literally is just a temporary fix, and you have to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And that's why society is fucked. Because everybody's cooked mentally and emotionally, and it hurts my feelings to see it. It really does, man. To see people who used to be so loving and so, like, just vibrant and alive and had their own personality and identity, and to see them just like everybody else in the next one and don't care, and everybody's just cloning into this shitty ass narcissistic person, bro. This is crazy, man. It's crazy. And it's scary. And I know I'm not the only one seeing this and feeling this, so I had to go ahead and make this video. I think it's best for black people in America to be worried about getting out of America at this point. I really do. And I'm not just saying black people, but I got to talk directly to black people on this one, because the ones of us that deserve better, we're not going to get it because we all circumferenced up into the majority. You know what I'm saying? Us black people who have exceeded a lot, we have always had to be forced to sit around people who were so less than us. You know, people we always have to bring up, you know, our families and shit, because we be one of the only ones, you know, as opposed to, like, you know, other cultures, especially white people, you know, they are usually not the only successful one, you know, and stuff. Like, there's somebody else there. Most of them could be on the same level, is what I'm trying to say. As a black person, you get some kind of success and you step out of the box of normative, you know, expectations of what black culture, you know how horrible black culture is, by the way. Then all of a sudden it's like you just getting used, and they tear you, they just bring you down with that crabs in a barrel thing. Like, we really got to go ahead and separate ourselves from the majority, y'all. And I know that we think that we can kind of like separate ourselves while we're here, but we're going to just be constantly collateral damage and affected. there really is no getting away from it. Like I used to think that I could, like when they used to use the term birds of a feather flock together, I thought that I could really just be that bird that, did not have the feathers of other birds, but I was still going to be my unique self, and I wasn't going to be affected by these people because I could protect my energy. But then I learned as time goes on, because wisdom does have levels to it, that, yeah, you think that you can do that, but after a while, you will be affected by your surroundings. It's nature. All right, so yeah, we need to be trying to get around our like-minded people and get away from America, because they gonna keep just moving the goalposts. We've seen this over and over and over again. It's not changing. All right, we might have little moments of something getting better for us personally. That's a personal thing, though. Okay, everybody got their own little personal blessings, like inheritance and government assistance, etc. But when we talking about the way that we are as a collective, it's horrible, bro. It really is, and it's not getting ready to get no better. So I think we all need to just focus individually on what is going to be best for us to live this life fulfilled for us, because that's really all that we got at the end of the day, is the fact that we was given a life, and we just need to live this motherfucker to our fullest until we're called back home. And we ain't gonna let nobody control us and make us feel less than and make us feel like we can't overcome, and we gotta just stay in the same stagnant, stressful lifelessness, straight up. So yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this one. Like, comment, subscribe. Definitely hit that subscribe button. Hey, y'all know what it is. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.